diddy dum diddy dip bum bum. Rum diddy dum diddy dip bum bum. Rum diddy dum diddy dip bum bum. Rum diddy dum diddy dip bum bum. You wanna rum diddy dum diddy dip bum bum. You wanna rum diddy dum diddy dip bum bum. You wanna rum diddy dum diddy dip bum bum. You wanna run diddy run some bum. You wanna run diddy dip bum bum. You wanna shish.
Run diddy dun diddy dip bum bum. 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 You wanna run diddy dun diddy dip bum bum. You wanna run diddy dun diddy dip bum bum. You wanna run diddy dun diddy dip bum bum. You gotta run diddy dun diddy dun dun. You wanna run diddy dun diddy dip bum bum. Run a run, run. Run a run.
This is my shot, and girl, you got a ticket to move or a ticket to move down. Go to the Roscoe, down to the Roscoe, rum diddy dum round the room. So honey, how you doing? So honey, how you doing? Now honey, what you doing? I like the way you doing. What?
Hot now, you're so good. I can't control ya. No, my shot is all or none. Gotta run till you're done.
Come on!
We can link up on the weekend. We can keep it secret for no reason. We can pretend we can be friends even though I'm thinking when I see ya, but I'm speechless.
Boys and dirty girls.
Welcome to the Sweats.
The Sweats and Steve Show.
A feel-good podcast.
Seems like you guys have fun on there. It's pretty cool.
All together now.
It's easy.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
To sweat and become a clean one today.
Have a nice day.
Hate to be the dude that fucks with us.
You think? I mean, hell.
Yeah.
I'm Steve.
I used to be an average, ordinary guy. So one day a pair of magical glasses fell from the heavens and gave me the powers and rhythms of an electronic future. Now with my glasses and my cousin Steve,
I just like to be on the internet.
we're ushering in the future electronic.
Sweats.
Steve, this is the Sweats and Steve Show.
Yes, 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 yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 56 of the Sweats and Steve Show. Thank you. One more time. Thank you. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Sweats and Steve Show, episode number 56 to be in fact. I am your host, Sweats, as well as your other host, Steve. Oh shit! I'm sorry. Sorry, I forgot to unmute you.
Yeah. See how he treats me?
Steve can never be silenced. That's one thing for sure. You always find a way to get your voice out there, your opinions out there.
That's right. The world needs to hear it.
That's right. You know, there have been a lot of opinions going on as of late. But welcome everyone to the Sweats and Steve show. It's a very chill April showers, hopefully to bring May flowers. Okay. And yeah, we're gonna have a chill stream here. For all our viewers watching, let us know how's your day going. We have Mickey in the house. She says, "Hoy guys." Welcome. Everyone put an M in the chat for Mickey if you could.
I have a special guest.
Yeah.
He's playing to my right with his toys. It's my son. So we were just playing football right before I logged on. And
it's wonderful. Nice. Shout out to little Lee. Who's this is the winning streak still going?
Are we ready for that? Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, sure. Let's get right into it. Sure.
All right. Here we go. This is actually good, so I could get like a big public service announcement out there.
Sure.
So Coach Steve needs no introduction in the civilized world, at least. And I in my part time, I'm my son's coach. So, last fall I was his soccer coach. We won 9 straight games, so 9-game winning streak. Basketball came around, and I, had another 9-game winning streak. And my son looked at me probably about fall of last year, and I said, "What sport do you want to do?" And he said, "Football." I said, "Okay." So for 9 months he was practicing football. I had him in a football skills camp, and I said, "I'm going to put you in a league. You're going to do this football skills camp for like 8 or 9 months, and then I'll put you in a league, right?" I said, "And I'll be your coach." Okay, cool. So that was like 2 weeks ago. Okay, so April 9th, 8th, something like that. And I was Coach Steve again, and I show up. I have a ragtag bunch of kids on my team, and of course I win. So now the win streak goes from 18-0 to 19-0, right? Because I win 19 straight games. Mm-hmm. Well, there was only 5 kids on my team, and there was in the league. That's a big part is the league. The league had 3 teams only. So, okay. So you play on one side, you play one team, you have back-to-backs. It's fun, whatever. Well, what happens is they say, "Hey, one team has 10, you have 5, and the team in front of you has 4. Can we combine the teams?" I'm in the middle of a game being asked this question, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And the guy goes, "Okay, I'll talk to the other coaches." But like, I'm literally running a series, which we scored, by the way. I'm literally running a series of plays, and I'm just like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." That's all I said. Next thing that I know is both the second team and I'm the third team are being combined. So now it's a 10 team. Now it's one team who has 10 and another team who has 9, right? So, but the problem is that team 3, which was my team, joined team 2. So now I'm at a disadvantage. And let me also add this. I won my game, right? So the team 1 had 2 back-to-backs, or had 1 back-to-back. They won the first game like 20-6. Okay. The second game, I won 14-7. Lee threw a touchdown, by the way. Shout out to Lee.
Shout out to Lee.
Yeah. He was such a beautiful ball. Beautiful ball. So now I am combined with this other team, and I'm like sweating it all week. I'm like, what do I do? I'm Coach Steve. I'm Lee's dad. I'm torn, right? I show up to the league and I'm just like, I can't wait. I'm just gonna tell this guy, hey, look, you know, I said to myself, I'm gonna get a feel for this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get a feel for this guy. I'm gonna see what he wants to do. He wasn't as collaborative as I am. And he kind of had like this, well, we'll be one team, but I'll be on the field with my team, and then you'll be on the field with your team. I'm thinking to myself, like, that's not really a team, right? Like, one of us, like, I get it. None of us wants to say, like, we'll be head coach, assistant coach. You know what I mean? None of us wants to concede that, but that's not what's good for the kids. Plus, you still need to borrow one of my players for the playing time when you're on the field, right? So, okay, whatever. I go along with it. I'm like, fine, I'm just here for the kids. Whatever you want, man, whatever. He takes over the practice, and this is football. These are kids who like are becoming lucid and recognize what to do during the game, and like they actually understand what to do, right? Like they're starting to understand the positions and everything. Again, like Lee's actually doing really good in this sport, right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, so then I'm sorry, let me finish. He has the kids playing sharks and minnows. Lee, cover your ears. Who the fuck has the kids play sharks and minnows? Go ahead. Go ahead. You can take them off. Yeah. And I'm just like, who? What? No, it's okay. It's fine. You keep playing. Keep playing. It's okay. Love you. So he's like having them play sharks and minnows. He's like, okay, guys, go get some water. We'll play more sharks and minnows. We only have an hour of practice. Aren't you going to have these kids run plays? And you want to be the head coach? Don't you have plays? No, I don't have plays. I'm going to have them run the whole game. What? This is a football game. Throw the ball. Don't be afraid. Throw the ball. What's the matter with you? Play hard defense. Run the ball every now and then. Throw the ball, right? All right, whatever. So I'm getting a little upset because he decided he's going to run the practice, and it was very transactional, right? It was just like, okay, I'm done with sharks and minnows. Coach Steve, what do you want to have the kids do? Well, I have them getting the 4-cone drill. I have them running plays. I have them doing handoffs. I have them doing football-related stuff. Sprint, shuffle, backpedal, sprint, right? Like, that's what you're supposed to do during a football game, right? Like, what are we thinking here? Sharks and minnows? Are you joking? These kids are real kids, you know what I mean? And like they understand it and whatever. And it's just like then he's talking to them. So he's talking about nonsense. He's like, okay, Coach Steve, what do you have to add? Okay, first of all, Coach Steve, nobody puts Coach Steve in the corner. Okay, nobody. All right. When I showed up, you should have recognized. I should have thrown the record around. I should have said, hey, I'm on an 18-game win streak, including this league. I'm on fire. I know what to do. But again, I wanted to be nice. I wanted to be cordial. This guy paid his money just like I paid my money. He volunteered his time just like I volunteered my time. And I was just like, I can't with this guy. Fiona was pissed, which never really happens, right? Fiona was pissed. She's just like, who is this guy? What are they doing? What does she have him do? And he's talking. Like, I feel like he just wanted to hear himself speak because, like, anytime the kids did something wrong, he kind of had like passive aggressive comments to them. It's like they're kids. They're like 7 years old. Let them when they score a touchdown, let them have a dance, whatever. It's fine. So then anyway, I'm stressing about it. I posted on my personal Instagram. And then what I decided to do to answer Mickey's comment, what I decided to do is I just said, you know what? I'm going to teach the kids how to play football through practice. Because again, now that it's two teams, you're playing the same team all the time. It's not a league anymore. Not in my eyes, it's not, right? Mm-hmm. And it's not like competitive anymore because you're just playing that same team all the time, right? Am I wrong on that? It's not a league, right? Like, tell me what you think, Sweats.
Yeah, it's basically like it's a group of kids just facing off every week.
Yeah, every week. It's just like it's not a league anymore. You're You're not playing different teams. You're not looking at different schemes. It's just kids getting the ball and running. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's according to Coach Liam and the way the other guy plays too. He doesn't throw it either. I had Lee slinging the ball out there, man. Go out there, dude. You know what I mean? Go be quarterback. You know, grow yourself. You know, push yourself. You know, my kids are catching it, running, and everything. The first game I did. Next game, it's just like hand off left, hand off right. That's not fun. How's that fun? You know what I mean? It's fun for the kids, but how are they learning? How are they growing? So anyway, I'm like, you know what? This is not a league anymore. It has essentially become an organized practice, in my opinion. So I said, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I said, listen, Coach Liam, I'm going to run the practice. I'll be on the sideline during the game. Okay. Yeah. During the game, you could be the guy calling the shots and everything. You know, you could be that guy. But you know what, though? I'm going to hand you a really beautiful product. So, and the kids are going to know, like, I have them doing drills I have them doing like flag football, Oklahoma drills. I'm going to have them running plays. I'm going to have them like doing snacks. And the other funny thing is, like, parents forget during sporting events that their kids have to use the bathroom. So like I allow like 10 to 15 minutes of the kids running to the bathroom, having a snack, getting some water, stretching out. And I said that, and he's like, why would we have them do that? I'm like, Coach Liam, I even have to go to the bathroom, Coach Liam. You know, and it's just like, there's and here's the thing, dude, and I say it, and it's funny, but there's a reason why I haven't lost a game in soccer or in basketball. There's a reason why I'm undefeated in soccer, why I am like, I think it's something like 14-4. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's like 24-4 in basketball, and undefeated in football, because I connect with the kids. You know what I mean? I don't treat them like, oh, you're just kids. What do you know? Like Coach Liam and the other guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I treat them like I actually do a really good job, you know, and I have a lot of repeat players on my team. I actually do a really good job of connecting with them and, you know, explaining the game to them and pulling them to the side when things are not going well, or like what I want to see them do different. You know what I mean? And like this other coach, he's just like, well, you know, you can't do touchdown dances. Why would you do touchdown dances? It's just like, they're 7. They're in fucking classrooms all day. Let them go out there and let them have fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like run left, run right. Let them teach them a toss. Let them throw it. He threw an interception last game. I didn't make a big deal of it. You know what I mean? And he was asking me about it afterwards. I said, dude, the only way you're going to grow is if you go out there and you do it. And I said this, I told him, let's take the pressure off of it, right? This is organized practice now, okay? When we go play in, he's going to play in another league, probably something more well-defined. When we go play at a more well-defined league with more participation, then you care. Right here, you grow your skills. You learn how to run fast. You learn how to dodge. You learn how to do your moves, get your passes in there, learn how to capture that flag. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's my spiel about, and we've gone for a long while. That's my spiel about flag football. Here's the headline. Coach Steve has selectively taken a step back, and I'm gonna give up my power, and I'm gonna give it to this Jamoke Coach Liam, okay? As if he knows what to do. You know, he was wearing his sunglasses, and he takes his sunglasses off and he goes, I'm gonna let you kids see my eyes so you see how serious I am. Why are you talking to kids like that? What is this?
Yeah, he acts like that's something special. Like if I take off my glasses, that's a big deal. But him taking off his glasses, that's just a natural sort of thing.
He's a piece of work, dude. He really is a piece of work. You know, I
go kicking and screaming mode and just fight this man.
I thought about it. I really did, dude. I really did think about it.
So good practice for the Golden Gloves, you know?
I thought to myself, like, you know, I should just, you know, punch him.
Just deck him, man. He right in front of Lee, you know? Show him how Papa works.
Yeah.
Papa don't take no mess.
Yeah. And like I felt bad because it's just like, you know, I respect that he wants to spend time with his son and everything like that. Like if you're gonna go out there and coaching is not easy. Okay, some say it's harder than pimping, but if
Do you have any experience in the pimping game, Steve?
no, come on, don't do that. You hear my son over here.
Oh,
But no, dude. So like, yeah, I don't know. I felt bad, and I was just like, I want to approach it, and he was a little bit more demonstrative
yeah.
and passive aggressive than I would have liked.
Uh-huh.
But it is what it is. Coach Steve is taking a step back, for the time being.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure, Coach Steve will be back when we go back to the Park District. But it's also a different animal too.
Yeah.
Because it's just like when you get into some of these like paid leagues, there's a lot more people who want to be there for their child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
So
it's
it's a lot
different.
serious.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, what do you guys think? What do you think about Coach Steve's decision? Let us know down in the comments. Mickey says Jamoke is a great word. Jamoke.
Jamal.
By the way, if you're liking the stream so far, make sure to like the stream and share it out if you could. Appreciate all you watching. But yeah, there was one thing I wanted to bring up aside from the Coach Steve debacle, the controversy, is that
it is a controversy.
It is. It involves a lot of people, a lot of moving parts, and real people's lives.
Yeah,
are part of the story. What will become of the situation? The world may never know. Time will only tell. But yeah. One thing that I wanted to bring up was that well, honestly, I shared a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of stuff has happened since we've done the show. As a matter of fact, a lot of stuff has happened even since we've done a catch-up cast. Which is kind of where I kind of had this idea to do like somewhat of a rapid fire thing, because we'll cut it off around like 9:30 or so.
Yeah.
But one thing I wanted to touch on was our reels, our shorts have been going pretty. I wouldn't say viral. I wouldn't say millions of views, but thousands of views. Yeah, we can say that now. But more specifically, the one that I'm referring to is the OJ one. Now, obviously OJ passed away a couple weeks back, right? But I had made this short, kind of like going over it, just saying, hey, like OJ passed away. And hey, by the way, have you seen this clip? Because I myself was kind of taken aback a little bit from seeing it as well. And I just thought it'd be interesting to share it. But man, I gotta tell you, man, some of the people are still very passionate about this topic. As it turns out, because after like the first couple days, I'll show my screen.
And I was Jennifer's life. The tower's knocked down. Oh no, this isn't good.
Okay. So yeah, the first couple of days. This is probably our most viewed short or whatever. It has like 13,000 views, I think, right now, and we've gotten a lot of subscribers. Hey, shout out to the people that have subscribed after seeing this short. That's definitely a good signal, a good sign that people want to know. They want the Sweats and Steve's flavor on current events. That's for sure. But people were very passionate about about some of these about the clip, and a lot of people have opinions. A lot of people want OJ to experience heat of a supernatural origin. I don't know. I'm just trying to. I don't think you could burn in hell. I don't think that's really. I don't know if that's necessarily a censorship sort of phrase or whatever. But
wait. I haven't been on the YouTube channel in like forever.
Yeah.
Are these comments on the YouTube channel?
Yeah, they're on our YouTube.
Oh, let me go look. Because
Yeah.
I saw the comments on Instagram, and
Yeah, that's
that
another
was
one.
getting heated.
That was. Yeah, it basically I'm just showing this because like I didn't think like I mean obviously like from the shorts and stuff that I make and stuff I like to get as many views as I can, and hell I love to get subscribers too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just very like people are still very, very passionate about it. And like it's either on one side or the other, like of both extremes. Like you have the people saying that he should like burn in hell, and then there's the other people like he didn't do it. It was like he was trying to protect his son or something like that or whatever. A lot of comments along those lines. And so
Yeah.
this is just like a little bit after a while. I like the first couple days I was responding to some of the comments, just because I think it's these people took their times to voice their opinion, so I think it's kind of sometimes important to like show, hey, thank you for interacting with us. But after a certain point I was just like, man, these are too many comments and it's kind of the same stuff over and over again, so I'm just gonna leave it be. But yeah, there's actually a lot of comments that I didn't get to responding at all. But that was just one thing that I wanted to touch on. And what's your take on that, Steve? People are still very passionate about this.
I'm just reading them now.
Yeah.
Are these the same comments in the
on
from
Instagram?
Instagram?
Oh, these are totally separate users.
I guess my thing is that I'm sympathetic to what happened.
Yeah.
Because people were impacted.
Yeah.
But I don't have a strong opinion of it either way.
Yeah.
And, obviously then just as pure empathy for families who were impacted. But I don't know that I'd ever feel as passionate about anything as much as people feel about commenting on OJ videos on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's just like son of the fake god. I actually don't think he did. And then I'm just like, son of fake god.
All right, wait, is that one of the comments that you're reading?
Yeah, he says, I actually don't think he did. And I'm just like, you didn't really elaborate on it. So like, why do you feel that comment was needed? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I was when a lot of the people were saying like he was trying to like help his son because his son had did it or something like that. That was the first time I had heard about that theory or whatever. So whenever I heard people like mention that in the comments, I was like, can you explain more? Like, because I'm genuinely curious to know what it is.
Yeah.
I just don't think I don't know if they replied or not to it, but that was one angle that I was actually sort of like still curious along. But all this to say is very interesting. We struck a nerve. And
did anyone care about the Bachelor's Grove episode?
Yeah.
Did anyone comment on that? There are no comments there.
No, go ahead.
This episode.
Mickey, can you add a comment on the Bachelor's Grove video? Real quick, shout out to Jake who's in the chat. He says, rearrange the letter of caps lock and it spells _ . That's what Coach Liam needs. Rearrange the caps locks. What is it?
Slap cock.
Really?
I'm not doing that.
I don't think Fiona would appreciate that very much.
I don't think. I think that people think he needs that. I don't know. Like, in reality, it takes a lot to get under my skin.
Yeah.
Like people bother me, but it does take a lot to get under my skin.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It does.
And
it does.
That guy just got under my skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But anyway, so yeah, that was one thing that I wanted to bring up. And so it definitely gives me more of a reason to kind of cover more of the current events as they unfold. And definitely, I've been really liking the catch-up cast as well when we do.
Yeah.
It's just more laid back. It's chill. It's not too much setup, and usually more than that, it kind of like coincides covering the current events that are happening that people are talking about, like more so in the moment. So
yeah. I think that we can really make it work for us, because I think doing a like 15, 20, 30 minute whatever catch up cast on current events is great, and then I think just kind of talking and hanging out once a month is perfect. So I think it really works for us.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Let us know what you guys think. Have you Mickey, Jake, have any of you guys watched the catch-up casts yet? I've been thinking about possibly moving it over to YouTube, but I would still have to figure out how that would work. Considering that at this rate, our YouTube will probably be our biggest web presence. So just something to think about in the future.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. Okay, Mickey says she just left a comment. Thank you, Mickey. Appreciate it. In other news that is happening, the Ryan Garcia, to those who are interested in combat sports, more or less boxing, Garcia won. Garcia beat Haney. Did you watch any of the videos leading up to that fight or anything to that? What's your take on that, Steve?
Yeah, well, I think I've heard that Ryan Garcia weighed 100 pounds during the fight, and like that plays a big factor into it, because look, he's just running him over. He's getting hit with like 40 more pounds. Of course, it's gonna hurt. So
I thought he was like 5 pounds over.
For the day of the fight, yeah, but then he rehydrated overnight to 180.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
but then there's moments like this when, you know, skill should still show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
do you think 5 pounds, from your perspective, from your opinion, do you think 5 pounds or what the weight difference is, you think it was enough for him to get the victory? Like, do you think that really was the determining factor in it?
No, I think Devin Haney had a bad game plan, and Ryan Garcia. It was like the world. It's terrible that OnlyFans is being promoted right there. It's just terrible because like Devin Haney had such a bad game plan coming in, and then Ryan Garcia had such a good game plan, and it was like they met at the wrong time.
Yeah.
You know? Although, like, I don't know. I did not see Ryan Garcia winning that fight.
Yeah. Like before, like you didn't really have him to win, right?
Right.
Well, because I think even if you're not a fight fan necessarily, which I guess I'm more of like into the MMA side of things, but every now and then when an interesting sort of matchup comes to boxing, I mean, I don't think I'll pay for the pay-per-view, but I think if there's a story there, it's it's interesting. Yeah. And I'm a decent sort of moderate casual fan of combat sports, right? But the more interesting angle of this one was that Ryan Garcia, like as of late, has been like, people think he's been cloned. People think, he's been he said some things before, that things that have happened to him, nefarious things, having to do with I don't know how I could say it in he allegedly he's experienced some stuff, okay, at the hands of the elites, okay, let's just put it like that. And so like the whole lead up to this fight, he's been kind of like exhibiting behaviors of a madman, okay. Although I must say, one of my favorite clips to come out of this is like when he's sitting down for GQ, I think, and he's there with Haney, and he's just and he's just, hold on, let me put it in.
I like that video. When I saw that, I was just like, this guy's not serious.
Exactly. And the thing is, Haney said that as well, but he came back and he won the fight. So it's like, dang, man. I mean, it's either he was confident enough that he could act like that and still win, or he was literally just crazy. But I mean, he still has good skills in boxing, and you know what I mean? All right,
I think it's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot. Like I don't know if I was Ryan Garcia, I would pick my next opponent very carefully.
Yeah.
My next 2 or 3 make a lot of money, and then you know what I mean? I don't think he's that good. Now he does have a new trainer, maybe it's legit. I don't know.
Yeah, I would like to see him go against Tank one more time to see if it was really, if he has a fighting chance, a better chance this time around. But let me play this clip. Let me play this clip. I've watched this like several times over just because I found out.
NG, so you taking the fight serious or not? NGQ, doing what I do. All white, looking nice. Okay, come through. I don't know if Ryan Garcia is taking the fight serious or not. NGQ.
I know that was editing, but it's so funny.
I want to try to look up one more clip. He also said in the post-conference fight that he had drank alcohol nearly like not all every day, but like I mean, he seemed like he drank pretty frequently while he was in training, which I mean that doesn't seem like a very good idea, but I don't know. It was a very big upset, to say the least. I think for a lot of people, that he actually got away with the win and stuff. So that was interesting, and I wanted to kind of present some more of what he was, kind of like his sort of story and what's been going on with him lately. But maybe we'll have to get to that another time, or we'll have to see as more unfolds. Here's another video that was also interesting that he was getting played to. Oh shit, I don't want to. Okay, this one's actually DAZN, so I don't know if I'll play the audio. Okay, stop it, DAZN. Okay, so basically, in the locker room leading up to the fight, he was getting played by cellos to get him hyped up, playing classical music. I thought that was a very interesting technique.
Very interesting.
I don't know. What would you listen to? Like, what's gonna be your walkout song in the Golden Gloves?
Probably Gone.
No, get the fuck out of here. Are you for real?
Yeah.
Dude,
you think I'm not gonna do that? If I can,
Dude, that's crazy.
What you think I'm not? If I do get a walkout music, you think I'm not gonna do that?
No, I'm not downing you, but that just blows my mind. I'm honored. I'm humbly honored.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Dang, that's gonna be so awesome. That's gonna be content right there. That's just like, I feel like that's kind of been a natural sort of baked in story since we started the show. With you and your boxing past, and now like it's kind of coming to a head, you know what I mean? It's man, I'm telling you, there's content there. There's a whole full-blown hour-long documentary in there.
I was thinking about that, and I was actually pretty excited about it. Can you lower it a little bit?
Yeah. I'm getting excited about it too. Just being able to watch the journey and see what happens, man. That would be so awesome just to see you knock someone out.
Yeah, I've been working out a little bit more. Just an update on that front. I was working out a lot to finish the year, and then I just hit a funk, and then I stopped working out from like January until probably March, and then I started working out again.
Yeah.
And this is funny because like I'm taking it seriously, but I'm not overdoing it. You know.
Yeah.
There is such a thing, and I'm gonna start hitting the bag again soon.
Good, yeah. You think you'll go live on IG whenever you do it again?
Probably. I don't know if it's like Fiona always laughs at me when I do it.
Really?
Yeah, she's like, why did you do that? That's nobody wants to see that. It's like, I don't know. People say it's good. I don't know.
I like the one that you did when you and Lee were hitting the bag together. That was a very tender, sweet moment.
Yeah.
I like that a lot for sure.
He's with me a lot. Obviously, he's with me a lot. You know.
Yeah, that's nice. That's good.
Yeah. So
Is
we
it
do
chip off the old block.
Yeah, he made Yellow Belt, dude.
Really?
Yeah, he's crushing it.
He might be in a boxing match in the future. He might just taekwondo somebody's ass.
Yeah.
Mickey says no, I want to though. I always miss it when it goes live, so maybe I should put on notifications. You should.
I don't think it's weird at all because like it's not like I have thousands of people in there.
Yeah,
it's literally my personal Instagram is literally like family and friends, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean it's listen, God forbid, when you get older, your memories, you start to lose some of your memories. I mean, at least you have like actual proof,
Yeah.
to remind you, man. I think that's one of the benefits of social media and stuff is like it's kind of like a time capsule, you know what I mean? Kind of like conveniently in one place, you know what I mean? But yeah, hell yeah. Another thing that I wanted to cover was Steve, have you ever drinking Prime before?
No, never have.
Okay, good. Don't ever drink Prime. Here's this video. Prime is in the midst of a lawsuit.
Can I just say something?
Sure, go ahead.
I love that Lee is like in the background of this episode. I think it's really fun.
Yeah,
he's just constantly like over there playing, and he's back over here, and then he's putting on the TV, and then he's like over here, and I'm stopping and talking to him. He's like walking back and forth. It's probably my favorite episode because of him.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Should drop another L in the chat for Lee. Who's the third guest? Who's the third person in this podcast right now? But anyway, yeah, so stay away from Prime because they are in the midst of a lawsuit claiming that there are PFOs or forever chemicals inside the drinks, allegedly. And a lot of this is becoming to light, and a lot of people are just saying, hey, if you drink, there's enough forever chemicals, PFOs, inside of one drink that is like supposedly like the total amount one human can have in their lifetime.
Wow.
Without seeing like I don't know how to explain it. Maybe this video will do a better job, but definitely might want to think twice before grabbing that Prime.
Prime is now getting sued, and you should be seriously concerned if you had any Prime since it released. So Prime is now going through a new lawsuit after it was discovered that their drink has PFOs, which is forever chemicals. But what's really concerning is the fact that the lawyer who tested their drink is claiming it has 3 times the amount of forever chemicals a human can safely have in their lifetime. And the lawsuit is claiming they found these forever chemicals in the grape-flavored Prime drink. However, it also seems like other flavors might also have these chemicals because other Prime flavors are being tested. And we're going to find out after the lawsuit is approved. One lawyer on TikTok actually spoke about this and said he had a 10-year-old and his mother talked to him about how her son got leukemia after drinking Prime. Now knowing that Prime contains these chemicals, it's very much likely because of it. These chemicals are known to cause cancers and deteriorate your health since they're forever chemicals and your body can't get rid of them. Prime has 3 times the amount of these chemicals a person should have in their lifetime, which is insanely concerning, and all we can do is hope that Prime doesn't contain any of these chemicals, which might be unlikely. So if you still drink Prime or have any, make sure you dispose of all of it until we find out what's going on with Logan's drink.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I've never tried Prime. I never will. And it's just like it's crazy how fast though it gains traction. That's how you know you and me are not we're not the target demographic for these drinks. It's young, impressionable children that follow Logan Paul, that follow KSI and these influencers.
Yeah.
And like, I think I seen one TikTok or whatever where this mom in Australia, instead of giving her son, water and stuff, she gave him I guess he was like a gamer and like he didn't like to leave his room to get hydrated. So what she did was she took a big old sort of water. I don't know what's the word, the water jug, where you just You just hit the little lever and you put your cup underneath there, and you get
Yeah.
some water. Instead of putting water in there, she put gallons of Prime for her son to drink to get hydrated. So in between his gaming sessions, I'm just thinking, God, man, what the hell? You
Yeah.
know, water's free. I mean, don't get me wrong. There could be some chemicals in the water, sure, but I mean, come on, like, I don't know. It's a very weird, you know, very
Shout out to our
weird.
sponsors.
Let's see.
Over at
Hold up.
shout out to our sponsors.
365.
Whole Foods 365 lime flavored water.
Well, shit. I mean, that's more fancy than I get. That Whole Foods, shit. But I guess shut up. Unless
I'm working again and I can afford LaCroix again. Or
well, I
sparkling
mean,
water.
what's really the cost difference between 365 and LaCroix? Like 360 Whole Foods is still very expensive.
Yeah, it is. Listen, to everyone out there, I have the perfect drink for you. Okay? It is healthy. It will make you happy. It will make you feel good. Are you ready?
What is it?
It is lemon cucumber water.
Okay. I know Mickey will like the sound of that one for sure.
Just cut up 2 lemons, cut up 3 cucumbers, put them in some water. That's all you need. It's natural electrolytes. It is tasty. It is refreshing. Makes you feel good. Lemon cucumber. You don't need to spend all this money on Gatorade and Prime. You know, you don't need all that. Just get some lemon, get some cucumber, put it in there. You're good to go.
Okay, that definitely. I think it's some solid advice. Definitely better than Prime for sure. Mickey says, "Yuck." You see what's wrong with just good old fashioned water? That mom is an absolute fool. I agree. So I guess all this is alleged, apparently. Okay, so I guess we'll have to see, but I mean, it is still a very popular drink. I mean, when I walked into Jewel all the time, they're on like right by the register. Hold on, who's here? Whoa, is that Lee? Yeah.
No, you wiped your face. You're fine.
You're ready. You're ready to get on the show whenever your dad is sick or something.
What are you doing?
I need a co-host.
Why don't you want to tell everyone hello? Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey,
Tell them
Lee.
what you did today.
What did I played football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe I was a guest.
Yeah, I can't believe I was a guest.
Yeah.
Always welcome. Always welcome. Anyway, back to Prime. Don't drink it. Only cucumber water.
Mickey says, LMAO sweats, you called me out right after he said the lemon cucumber. I said to myself, oh yeah, I love that. I know you very well, Mickey. I know your taste. But anyway, so that was another interesting thing. Yeah, another interesting thing is Steve, what is your take on home defense? Home self-defense. What's your take on that?
To what level? What level are we talking about?
To the level that you would defend you and your own.
Just so we're clear, my house is very secure. Okay.
Okay.
I think obviously we have the standard home issued locks.
Yeah.
On the house.
Uh-huh.
Okay? We have window locks on the window. And
how about cameras? Yeah, cameras.
We have. Oh, I'll get there. We have a rule that if you're not invited, don't come over. You know, don't come over. You're not invited. Don't come over.
Okay.
You know? We have good old fashioned dogs. We have 2 dogs. Neither of them are. They're human friendly, but they'll let me know if something's going on.
Yeah.
And then, moreover from that, yes, we have a security system and cameras, and I'll leave it at that. Maybe I have more, maybe I don't.
Okay.
But you
Well,
don't want to find out. I'll tell you that.
well, I thought I'd ask because now you have the opportunity to get this little fella right here. Let's take a listen to this. Let me mute this. I don't know if this is going to be copyrighted. You have an opportunity to get an automated flamethrower dog with laser sight and all. Look at this.
Lee, come look at this.
Apparently the flame. Let's see the description. Maybe I'll have to look at the description. It says.
Okay, let me show Lee. Lee, tell me what you think of this. This is a robot dog.
A robot dog with a flamethrower.
A big robot one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shoots flames.
What do you think about that, buddy?
What do you think about that?
I think it's cool.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's
And
cool
it's
too.
dangerous.
Yeah. And also dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, it
because-
jumps.
Yeah, it jumps too. Yeah. Oh, okay, so now you.
AKA.
Okay, go back watch your shows. You gotta get ready for bed, okay? It's past your bedtime.
So yeah, the Ohio-based firm, what is it called? Flame unveils robot dog Terminator with flamethrower attached. The Ohio-based firm has announced that the $9,420 is available for purchase by the general public and government agencies for the first time. I mean, Steve, you are a man of eclectic taste. You like to stand out from the rest. How are you not going to be able to stand out to having your own robot flamethrower dog?
The last thing, you know what I love is we've all been in situations, either personal or professional, where people look at us and they say, why would we need that? Right? And we've all done it. We've all had silly ideas, and like why like I don't understand. And this is totally coming from Ohio, right? Like this is totally an Ohio thing.
Yeah.
Because they don't have anything better to do other than just say, like, what we should do is we should not only should we create a robot, we should add a flamethrower to it. And then, like, to create, like, a plan, you need, like, anyone can create a plan, but anyone can have an idea. But to get a plan, you need somebody else's approval. Somebody else approved this.
Right.
Somebody had the idea, like, oh, I want to create a robot flamethrower. And someone looked at them and said, yeah, that's a great idea. I've never heard such a good idea. Let's go make it. And then they mobilize that. And it's awful. This is terrible. And let me tell you, it's not terrible for the reason of home invasion.
What if they lower the price? What if they lower the price? They cut it in half. 3,000. 3,000, you're not going to
terrible. It's because you can send this thing anywhere and nobody's going to know what to do with it. Like, you can imagine the chaos this thing can create. No one's going to use it. Listen, there's what you want people to use it for. And like they say, like home defense. And then there's what people will actually use it for, which is bad things. No one's going to use this well. This is a terrible idea.
Do you think your loving pets would enjoy having the Terminator as a robo companion?
Absolutely not. I hope this thing like doesn't take off. I hope people see it the same way I do, because the last thing we need is in the streets of Chicago is these things running around shooting, causing fires everywhere.
Mickey and Jake have some comments here. He said that dog is terrifying. Why does his face spin though? Jake said, why wouldn't they create a robot that would put out fires first? Very interesting question. Good point. Why do we need a robot to create more fires in the world? And then Jake says, why not a robot firefighter dog instead of a fire starter dog? Paint it like a Dalmatian. These are very good ideas. You have to get in touch with the development team. Hell, I might get a Clean Boy, the A&R department. I might get them to look at that and see if they can get that to a design stage. Do I still have the picture of the A&R department?
Why does it have to be in a dog form?
I really don't know. I mean, maybe it's maybe it's,
I hate to give this any more life, but why does it have to be like that? Why can't it be? I don't know. Why does it have to exist in the first place?
well, I mean, I guess you could reverse engineer that question and say, why not? That's that's the real question.
Listen, if there's one thing I know about society is that we need less dangerous things. I'm not coming on here and saying, take all the guns away. That's not what I'm saying. But does anybody remember in Terminator when John Connor looked at the Terminator and said, "We're really going to start"? He said something like, "We're not going to make it, are we?"
Yeah, we're not going to make it.
Meaning that we're going to kill ourselves. And like that line goes under the radar, but I think about it a lot when I watch like something as trivial as the news.
Yeah.
And it's just like you see people just doing crazy things all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like we need less reasons for us to be destructive. People are naturally destructive, and we don't need this because people will just find a way to create chaos. It's terrible.
What if you just had it just to start your own bonfires and that was it?
Isn't that what like a match and a lighter is for?
That's funny. I mean, hey, so is innovation. That's the name of the game, Steve. Innovation. Okay.
So I don't have like what was it, $9,000, $10,000?
Roughly $9,000. Yeah.
I don't have $9,000 to have a walking fire starter.
Yeah, you better have some good insurance on that shit too. I'm just saying. Yeah. So yeah, life insurance policy for in case anyone gets scorched alive by your robo companion. Jake says my booty be doing that after fajitas. All right, take it easy on the spice then, Mick. Give the fajitas, Oh man, yeah, this is something interesting that I saw. It's now okay. If we're getting real about it, nobody has $9,000. Well, I wouldn't say nobody, but a lot of people do not have that money lying around. Okay.
Yeah.
And second off, it's just kind of a nightmare, honestly. I don't know, like just dealing with the ramifications if you were to use it in a self-defense manner. I don't know. There's the cons outweigh the pros. I'll say that much.
And then so let's say that my house is getting robbed, right?
Okay.
And this thing walks out, and the bad guys, the robbers, say, "Hey, they have one of those fire shooting robots. Okay, let's leave." And then this thing is, shooting fire everywhere because it's in attack mode. Now, not only is all the stuff that they didn't steal on fire, but the rest of my house is on fire. And then, like from an insurance perspective, what do I say? Oh, my self-defense robot dog lit the house on fire, and they'd be like, "What? That sounds like fraud." And now I'm out a house all for a $10,000 dog, robot dog. I don't think so. Absolutely not. I'll just keep my friend Louie with me.
All right, give a shout out to Louie.
Louisville Slugger.
So I don't know. Let us know what you guys think. Are you gonna be lining up to buy your own Robo Flame Dog? We shall see. But anyway, on to the next interesting thing that I had seen this week. That I know you're gonna have very strong opinions about this. We're gonna watch this video, okay? Because now we're gonna see AI and fast food. We're gonna see it in real time how it could be. Okay, and then I want to get your take on this because you are, a lot of people know this and a lot of people don't know this, but you're kind of a bit of a foodie. Would you say that you're a foodie, Steve?
Yeah, I think my face says I'm a foodie.
You said that, not me. You said that. All right, let's watch this video. Okay, this is I think is it a Wendy's in California, or I'm not sure. We'll see.
Welcome to Wendy's. What would you like?
Can I have a chocolate frosty?
Which size for the chocolate frosty?
Medium.
Okay.
Can I get you anything else today?
No, thank you.
Okay, now this.
Great. Please pull up to the next window.
Okay, so this AI, it'll never have an attitude. I mean, it probably won't have an attitude. Okay, if you order extra pickles, I'm not saying that it can't mess up and not give you the extra pickles, but I mean, it might be less likely than a person who's just making the minimum wage and just is 20 minutes from getting clocked out and does not give a shit if you want extra pickles. That's a possibility of what we're talking about here. Okay. So after seeing that little experience, what do you think about that, Steve? Do you care if your fast food is taken over by AI, or do you still want the human touch to put a little bit extra love inside your food?
When you say a little bit extra love, it makes my answer very clear. Can you please just say it in a manner where it doesn't allude to somebody tampering with my food?
Yeah, that's not what I was suggesting. But
speaking of love, I'm going to interrupt this segment.
Okay.
For a special Steve dream.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right, Mickey, Jake, listen up. All right, here's the deal. I'm sleeping. 3:00 in the morning.
Okay.
I have a nice dream, relaxed, sleeping. All of a sudden, I turn to my right, and I see no other than Sweats, and not Luke Sweats. Sweats.
Wait, so you're in bed? You look to the right?
In my dream, I did.
So, like, am I standing?
I was in a restaurant.
Okay, you're in the restaurant.
I was in a restaurant in my dream.
Okay.
And look to my right, and you walk up to me, and you say, "Table for 3." And I say, no, you said table. Yeah, it was either 3 or no, it was either 2.5, 3, or 3. I can't remember, or 3.5.
Who's the half person?
You'll find out in a second. And I said, "Sweats, who you here with?" And he says, "Fatuma. She's pregnant." And I look down, and it says, I don't remember if it says 2.5, 3, or 3.5. But I'm like, why would you tell me when I'm at work?
Wait a minute, you said you're at the restaurant.
Yeah, but I was working in the restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah, like I was a restaurant worker, and it was the restaurant from the Seinfeld episode that I've seen before. It was that restaurant. I was seating everyone, and I look, and there you are. You're like, "Fatuma's pregnant," and I'm like, "Why would you tell me when I'm at work?" And you said, "Can we have a seat?" It was very like Tony Soprano dream. And I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll take you to your seat now."
I think there's a subplot going on here, is that somehow with all your college degrees and stuff, you're forced to go back and work at a Wendy's or something. This might be a tragedy dream. This might be a nightmare, Steve.
No, if I'm gonna be anything, I'm gonna be a college. If I'm gonna have to get a second job, I'm gonna get a second job at a college.
Oh, okay.
Because Coach Steve ain't paying the bills.
So then, what else happened?
Then I woke up and I texted you about my dream, and that was it. And I didn't see Fatuma there, so I don't know if she was like with you or parking the car or whatever.
I would be the one parking that car. Okay.
But not in the dream you weren't.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. Wow.
That goes away, dude. That whole you drive, I drive, that goes away. I just gotta tell you right now.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, yeah. When I'm just beat, and having her drive every now and then, it's nice. It's nice not had to be locked in on the road all the time. I will say that.
You'll let that go soon. Yeah.
But at the same time, sometimes it gets not saying that she's a bad driver, but I'm just so used to having the control, and for whenever the control is taken away from you, it's like, oh god, don't go too fast. Oh, you're stopping too soon.
I feel like I when I'm not driving, I feel like I don't have a personality, and that's okay. That's fine. I don't need one. Oh, Mickey, when that baby comes, Mickey, it's gonna be, oh, let me take a break. Mickey, you got to sleep more than I did last night. Let me close my eyes. I'm telling you, it goes away. I used to do it all the time.
No, I can see it. I
It goes away, dude.
She says, I could see these things glitching and pissing us all off about the AI.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that as well. Steve, you're gonna make sweats break out in the sweats. I'm okay. I have the fan going next to me, so I'm okay. Not always. I think Jake always prefers to drive still. I like it better when he drives anyway, so I can relax. Yeah, that the relaxation part of it, not having to worry about it, that's actually really nice. I will say that.
All right. So back to the AI. Okay, on Wendy's.
Okay.
I say this.
How do you feel?
I don't like it.
Okay, you don't like it. Why?
I don't like it because I just feel like we are all already monkeys in a cage to a certain extent.
Okay.
Where we don't talk to each other, and it's just like we're just adding more and more reasons to not talk to each other. And instead of investing in like communication skills or anger management, or whatever it is that would make one person more better to deal with, instead of that, we're just like, let's just add AI. Instead of teaching people how to be like a better person, we're like, nope, we're going to skip you. We're going to skip all the wages, and we're just going to add AI, and it'll take care of everything, which is fine for your bottom line. But at some point, this will have an effect, and and people are going to be broke.
Yeah, there is. It's interesting to. I mean, it is interesting because it's like at some point there has to be like a turning point where enough people are laid off, enough people are like, there can only be, let's just say there's a significant number of jobs that were taken away from AI. You still have these amount of people that are still, it's in your neighborhoods and society and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So then what happens to them? And then, I mean, there's so many theories as to what could happen. I mean, I guess maybe in a certain sense, maybe it could be a somewhat of a positive thing that maybe we can kind of maybe more people will be able to like due to these AI taking over and stuff. Maybe they'll educate themselves more about like, I don't know, the monetary system, like what's the word, like civics, civil. Did you ever like? Is it civics class? Did you ever take that in school?
Yeah.
Well, you learn about like, government and stuff like that, and I don't know. I mean, I will admit that even with the technology as it is now, kind of outside from AI too. I feel like a lot more people now are able to kind of be a little bit more informed and kind of be able to be exposed to more information than they were before.
Yeah.
you know. So, but I mean, kind of narrow it back down to here. Yeah, I I I mean, I like to think that I don't eat a lot of fast food, but when I do, I would prefer a human to make it because I go to Jimmy John's, okay? So I just think about how is my freaky fast sub gonna get made? I mean, I'm sure that robots can do it very fast, you know, but I don't know. I guess it would be interesting to see how and how it would be done.
Yeah,
But definitely there's some long term ramifications here by this convenience, I guess you could say, or the bottom line.
if I were more, if I had more skills,
Mhm.
I would open a cooking class because I think that people will not want to go eat at AI inspired. I think there's going to be a revolution against AI, probably not like a hard revolution, but
Yeah.
I think technology will be rebuked at some point because it gets to be too much. You know what I mean? And like I think at some point people will be like, it's too much. I'm tired of looking at screens. I'm tired of talking to bots. I'm tired of doing these things. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like I think at some point people will be smart enough to kind of rebuke that. At least I hope.
Do you think it's gonna happen within your lifetime that like let's just say 70 to like 80% of the population? Because that's what it would take. It would take more than 50%.
Yeah.
60 to 70%, 80% for like a huge sort of cultural movement away from it. For it to
No,
actually be significant.
I don't think it would happen until like Lee's time.
Like when
Because
he was,
like they're growing
20
up
or
on
30?
technology. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think in my time it's going to be very like annoying. You know what I mean?
What do you think? What do you think about iPad kids?
It's a real thing. I think it's a real thing.
Does
I
it?
know from firsthand experience, it's a real thing.
How does it make you feel?
I think for us, what we've learned is we've learned that you need to earn your time and structure your time, and this is for more than just kids, right? Like Lee is doing so much. He's doing karate. He's doing swim. He's doing football. He's doing soccer. He has a couple other personal things that he does. So he is very interactive with the world. And yes, he plays video games. Yes, he does this, but he's never like over on something, right?
Yeah.
Unless we put the iPad in front of him, he'll be on it 6-7 hours a day, right?
Mhm.
And I think that as long as you're being mindful of the time that you're on your electronic, that's important. But not everyone has that same type of logic, right? So
Yeah.
I think iPad kids is a real thing. It is something to watch out for. And at the end of the day, your kids want to play with you. Get up, go play, go outside, get some fresh air, go for a walk. We're lucky enough to live in a city in the city, in one of the most beautiful cities. So we go for a walk with our dogs in different neighborhoods and get out and teach them to be social. But not everyone's like that.
Yeah, I actually saw. Maybe if I make a TikTok of it, I'll have to pull it up. I actually seen this one where I guess it's the dad's turn to spend time with his son, and I guess he's a gamer, and he has this whole elaborate PC setup and monitors and everything like that, and he's just playing away on the game as usual, except the thing that he has his kid like right next to him, like sitting right next to him, and he has this screen and he puts on what's that one cartoon with the bear with the blue nose? Bear's Big
Louie?
House? Do you remember which one that is? Which cartoon? Louie's Big House, is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's something like that. But it's just like yeah, it was very depressing, honestly, because it's like at least I thought, and here's the other thing too. When you look at the comments at it, I wish I could pull it up. But like there are a lot of people that are thinking like, oh, that's so nice, daddy's spending time with his son. It's like, no, not really. He's just sort of next to him when he's watching TV. And it was sad. It made me sad a little bit because it's like how I saw it was that the kid was just looking at his dad or his dad's monitor looking for attention. I'm like, that's not the same thing as paying attention to and spending time with your kid.
Right.
That's just like putting your kid in proximity. There's a
Right.
show or something and just leaving them to their own devices, but they really don't have devices unless you engage them. And it's just like, I think the thing that was like the most demoralizing was just the amount of people that were kind of okay with it. They were just like, oh, that is, they're spending time together, but it's just like, no, they're not. And I don't even have a kid. I don't even have a kid. And I can already tell that that's not the same thing.
Nah, yeah, you don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send it to you or somehow. I
guess I was talking about my dream between you and Fatuma.
Yeah, but yeah, that was yeah. There, I mean, I still want to get an AI like sort of I don't know if connoisseur is the right name for it or sort of specialist, but I really want to find someone like that and really get them on an episode and really talk about like all the aspects of it. But yeah, so will the AI keep coming for fast food? Probably. I mean, I think it's California. I think they raised the minimum wage not too long ago, and as soon as they did that, a whole lot of like fast food places and like some mom and pop like restaurants, like they just either shut down or they laid off the staff.
California is a mess.
It's a mess. And I think McDonald's is like one of the big ones that's really pushing the AI like in place of that. So yeah, it's gonna be something. I think there definitely will be a rebuking. There will be some sort of happening event at some point in our future, but until then it's just this little oddity here, this pulling up to the Wendy's. I actually wouldn't mind some Wendy's though. I haven't had Wendy's in a minute. All right, what else we got? And one of the last things that I found, because Twitter is a very good place to find interesting sort of things going on. So this one's from creepy.org. It says a mummified giant finger was found in Egypt in 1988 by Gregor Spory. The finger was said to be about 15 inches long, about 38 centimeters, and it is estimated that the finger would have to come off of something about 16 feet tall. Some believe it is evidence of an ancient race of giants, while others dismiss it as a hoax. Look at that giant O finger right there. That is disturbing. Look, you see the bone. You see the bone poking out to the right.
That's a there's no way that's totally a hoax, dude.
Hey man, imagine picking your nose with that thing. You're gonna get everything,
No way that's real.
Maybe
You're telling me that everything else didn't last except for that finger. No way that's real.
Maybe. Do you know about the conspiracy theories about the giant people and the Nephilim and stuff like that? You don't believe in that? Giant people, the Bible talks about it. Goliath.
Yeah, but what was a giant to them back then? Somebody who's like 5 feet. You know what I mean?
I feel like that would still be regular for that time. I mean, if this thing is saying 16 feet, I mean,
there's no way that's real. That's not real. I honestly think, because I think it's been proven that people, back then were a lot shorter, and like I don't think that's a secret. It's that people back then were short. So, what was a giant? Somebody who's like 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, when they were all 2.5, 3 feet tall. And this is not real. There's no way that's real. Where's the rest of the body? Where's another bone? Where's the, that's the finger bone. Where's the wrist bone? Where's the hand bones? all of a sudden there's one finger that's left. Come on.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
It still is very interesting to think about. Definitely, if you like creepy sort of facts or whatever, definitely creepy.org on Twitter is a very good resource. Oh, there's another one over here. A huge two-headed giant mummy was found in Patagonia. It's 11.5 feet tall and was caught by Spanish sailors in 1637. Ooh, look at that. That would definitely, I think the fingers and the body match on that one, Steve.
No, these are bald.
That one, how do you explain this, Steve?
Where is it? Is that a real thing? If it's in a, okay, I'll tell you this. If it's in a some type of museum, what's it called?
At this moment, I don't see. There's no information.
It looks behind glass. What is it? Mummified? No, that's not it. Two-headed mummy. What is it?
The two-headed mummies found in Patagonia, found by Spanish sailors in 1637.
Are the legends of Patagonia's? Okay, here. There's ancient origins. Tales of two-headed Patagonia's Captua reel.
So it could be. I mean, listen, man. I mean, the ancient Egyptians learned how to embalm and preserve bodies and stuff like that, you know. So then why? I mean, is it that far outside the realm of possibility that, you know, some giants could have got mummified or embalmed? Okay, you know, it's possible. It's very possible, I believe. Man, I know for a fact that would be with modern embalming techniques, it would still be.
The tallest person ever was like 8 feet tall, according to this.
8 feet?
Yeah.
No, there's gotta be more.
No one's
8 feet tall.
I scrolled past it. Let's see. Furthermore, Shane taxidermy, rogue taxidermy positions.
Real quick, while you're looking that up, Mickey said,
Okay.
I think. Okay, go ahead.
A two-headed Patagonian giant would likely be a candidate for a specimen to be made by rogue taxidermists. So this is just somebody's sick idea of scaring people.
Well,
Again,
they did a
we're
very
not
good
here to
job.
make each other better. Everyone's here just to create confusion and chaos. That's all. That's all people want to do.
Well, we might never know. We might have to dig up more into that about the Patagonia giants. And the last thing I really want to, I had shared this on our TikTok and messages, but I can't log into it for some reason. But I wanted to one thing that's also been going very viral, I guess, over on TikTok, or really just in general, is the Chinese kindergartners and what their school experience is like. I want to get your take on this as we close out. They seem to be doing a lot and be teaching. They seem to be very mobile. I'd like to get your thoughts on this as a parent and see what your thoughts about it. Let's see. Here, I'll put on the sound. Wait, I'm not sure. Okay, it is sharing. Okay, so the coordination, I couldn't do that. It looks very fun. The basketball dribbling thing, the exercises that they have going, though, Pretty interesting. A lot of coordination going on. Let's see. I want to find another one. Aside from that, they've also are learning how to cook.
While kids in other kindergartens eat, sleep, and play games, kids in this Chinese kindergarten do laundry and cook, learning self-reliance. They have outdoor stoves proportionate to their height, and they make their own meals every day.
Amazing.
From washing and chopping vegetables to cooking. They eat their own cooked meals with such gusto you'd think they're licking the plates clean. After eating, they voluntarily clean up and even line up to wash dishes. The principal assigns tasks based on the kids' interests to foster their hands-on skills. They start working right after meals, making baskets or knitting scarves for themselves and even using sewing machines to make clothes. They embroider, weave mats, and even make their beds. They're taught independence from a young age. The older kids can cook a meal from scratch, and the younger ones are adept at kneading dough and making pancakes, making chefs jealous. They even squeeze their own milk and make juice from scratch. From washing and cutting fruit to the final product, they do it all themselves, with teachers offering guidance. After eating and drinking, they get busy with various activities like embroidery, building walls with mud, making puzzles, drawing, and making decorations. The girls can even practice makeup and hairstyling, becoming professional hairstylists upon graduation. They never skip school because there's just too much to do. Some netizens say this is real hands-on education, unlike other kindergartens where teachers worry about kids getting hurt. Here, they face challenges head-on, with special forces-style training, jumping rope while playing basketball, climbing ropes, and building giant Ferris wheels. They learn to ride balance bikes and practice martial arts. There's no crying when dropping kids off, they run straight to class. Fighting over toys? Non-existent. Everyone's too busy with their own tasks to bother with that. This is what childhood memories should be like. If it were your child, would you choose this kind of kindergarten?
Okay, so what are your thoughts on that? Hey, it might be time to pack up and move to Hong Kong. I don't know.
I think the beauty of being a child is being curious. Right? And I see that video and I just see people teaching children to be compliant and not curious, which I think is a travesty for your youth. Think about all your memories as a child. Was it when you were doing tasks? Was it when you were doing that? No, it's when you were out there doing something you shouldn't be doing because you were just curious, not because you were bad, because you were curious, right? Like, I'm sure as you're watching this, you can recall all of these, memories of you being curious, because that's what really fuels, memories. It's just that's what a memory is. I was curious about something and I did it, right? Like, we all have that. I just feel like, yeah, those are cool skills. That looks good.
Imagine if Lee would say, Dad, let me make you a kebab. Imagine how amazing that would be.
I mean, he makes his own sandwiches. You know what I mean? It's not to the speed that, they're making whatever they're doing, but I also don't want him around fire. Like, there's a certain aspect of like, can we not have kids around fire, please?
What about what about the ones that were doing the hairdressing and stuff? What if Lee said, "Hey, Dad, let me give you a shape up. Let me fix that line real quick."
My problem with that is they said, and they can become hairdressers when they graduate from school. Again, that's when I thought to myself, like, so at 6 years old, your whole future is determined.
But I mean, maybe, but it is a skill. I mean,
sure. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying anything about that. What I'm saying is just like, but for not all people, people aren't agile like that. I don't think. I think if they're just like, again, because my view on it is they're just talking about compliance and where's the growth? Like, you're just kind of funneling. It appears to me that they're just being funneled for one job and not necessarily like go out there and make your mark. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm to play devil's advocate. What about the current school systems over here? Like, don't they have an element of compliance too? Like, turn in this paper, this homework, do these questions, do this homework, like get a certain grade on the test. Like, don't they have the same, like, not the same, but like a sort of element of compliance there?
Yeah, there's compliance there, and I think that there's a certain, at least from my perspective, right? Like, I don't like, if Lee asks me a question, I'm gonna answer the question, like, be curious, but like, I just don't want him to say, like, right now, like, I want to be this, and then like, okay, well, that's all you're ever gonna be. You know what I mean? I guess that's what I'm saying. It just appears to me in China that, and I'm not saying that America is better, okay? Even though it is. I'm not saying, but what I'm saying is, it's just like, it feels like they're saying to, and this is more than just the videos we were watching. It feels like they're saying, we are a machine and people need to contribute to the machine, right? And like, everyone needs to contribute to what we're doing. That's the way I see those videos, where it's just like, it's kind of like the movie Bees with, or it's kind of like B Movie, where Jerry Seinfeld's character is just like, does anyone ever think, like, can I be something else?
Yeah.
And like, don't you want that? Like, if Lee had the opportunity to like determine, you could be a hairdresser now, or I could just give you really cool experiences for your life, and maybe you become the next Bill Gates, which one would you choose for your child? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I would much rather be like, dude, I will show you the world, but just go out there and do something with it when you're ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not like, well, this is what you're doing, and you're a hairdresser, and that is nothing wrong with being a hairdresser if that's what you want. But at 5 years old, shouldn't you, be curious about the world and look for those and feed that curiosity? That's just the way I see it.
Well, one more point that I'll make to that is that, since we were just talking about AI and how a lot of jobs are going to be cut out because of it, unfortunately, before there's any sort of event to counteract that. So having, you might not necessarily, with AI, with us having information at our fingertips, not to say that you won't need to know what 2 + 2 is off the top of your head, but maybe you won't necessarily need to learn and get an A in algebra. Maybe you won't even need to take algebra, but instead of like that, what if like they're kind of like setting up to be more hands-on, I guess, for like actual like skills, and not just like the test taking and sort of like grade based sort of schooling, you know what I mean? Because if AI is taking over and it's cutting out a lot of jobs, well, like, maybe just learning how to cook would be a good thing, because humans are still gonna need to eat, like, stuff like that. You know what I mean? You kind of know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always say Lee's very analytical, and I need him to be very critical. So I agree with you. Like, you shouldn't, like, your whole personality shouldn't be a grade that you get in a classroom. I agree with you. I agree with that. I think your personality should be your life experiences and all that stuff. And like, yeah, you should learn those skills. And like, I'm looking for, just to be about myself for a second, I'm looking for like family cooking classes, so Lee learns how to cook and do stuff like that. Like I said, when I'm around, I'm teaching them how to do their different things. Like, there's times when we're, making dinner together as a family, but like, that's something you should learn at home. You know what I mean? Like, that's a skill, in my opinion, you should learn from your parents. You should be around with your family. You know what I mean? Like, not in school. Like, in school, you shouldn't at some point in Lee's life, it's going to be like, Dad, I don't know what I want to be for the future. That's a conversation I'm happy to have with him. But like, in those videos, it makes it seem like, oh, well, she's doing hair and she could be a hairdresser. And it's just like, well, what if her parents don't want her to be a hairdresser? What if she doesn't want to be a hairdresser 10 years from now? You know what I mean? Like, is she allowed to pivot and change what she was doing 10 years ago? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I agree. I don't think your whole personality should be wrapped around a grade point average or anything like that, because that's just a number, right? Like let's be realistic. That's just a number. But at the same point, wouldn't you just look at that video and say, like, those kids are just a number to China?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And like, don't you want humans to be more than just a number? I don't know. I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This was a good one. That was a good conversation.
That's what we do here on the Sweats and Steve show. Interesting conversations abound. Okay?
Yeah. And we didn't get mad. We didn't sit there. Don't do that. No, I listen to you. You listen to me. We go back and forth. We don't do that.
Now now, if I cut up some reels from this episode, and we put some of your opinions out there, I don't know. People are very opinionated these days. You know, we'll see.
What am I going to do? What did I say that offended you? I told you, don't be a number. Don't be a statistic. You know, go out there, think for yourself, be analytical, be critical. What did I say that offended you? And if it did, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just a guy with a podcast with my cousin. Give me a break. I'm tired. I've been tired this entire show. Tired.
It's okay. You're gonna be able to rest now.
Pass out. I'm literally gonna go to bed.
No, good. Me too. But yeah, very interesting conversations today. I want to thank everyone who watched. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, Jake. Thank you for tuning in and watching with us. It's very much appreciated. I think we got some pretty good clips here. I'll be able to cut them up this week. And I guess we'll see what happens as time goes on. Maybe we'll have a catch-up cast soon. Any other thing you'd like to add, Steve?
I really like playing with Slinkies. That's kind of it.
Well, good. And then yeah, for me, I'll probably be streaming some games next Thursday, so that should be some fun.
Did you get a Nintendo Switch?
I did not yet, because I had to give I got Vince a expensive mixer for his 60th birthday. So that kind of set me back a little bit, but come next pay period, I should be able to really get it. I knew you were gonna probably ask about it, because I thought about it again. I was like, oh shit, I forgot about Nintendo Switch, but once I get paid again, I'll be able to get it.
I want to play games, and I want to play something where I can mess up your, like, I don't know, like your farm or something.
Yeah, we'll have to look into some games.
That'd be fun.
To play. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Night, Mickey. This has been episode number 56 of the Sweats and Steve show. Make sure to follow us on IG. Link is down in the description in case you want to see us on an impromptu podcast, catch-up cast. I'll put this episode up on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts tomorrow as well. And if we don't see you on the catch-up cast, we'll see you next month as always. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe or follow. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us. This has been episode number 56 of the Sweats and Steve show. He's Steve, I'm Sweats, and as always,